So who fancies a little cheeky part 2 on a Saturday later in the evening as we go and hunt for some more points? I mean, that could be pretty crucial if you ask me, and it'll give you all you need to know going into the last 4 races if you haven't done yours already. So great green crate there, as you can see. And let's bring you up to speed where we have got so far in this opening round. 4 races, 168 points. We scored 168 points in qualifying by the look of it. So we're going to have to go and do better in these final 4 races. Now, it is Baku, Barcelona, Melbourne and Jeddah all to come. But will luck be on our side? Will racing be on our side? As we get ready to race number 5. And it is a quick matchup. Didn't even get a chance to cut the video. 1460 for our rival as we head off to Azerbaijan. Azza is coming for Azerbaijan. Yeah, I'll get my coat and I'll leave right now, folks. It doesn't get any better than that if you are just joining us. But we need 40 plus points. I would say we should be good for final round, but we're in a little bit of danger. We don't want any bad races. P12, P14, Verstappen and Hamilton. So, 2 stop. Use a bit of copper. Use a bit of copper. Copper! Even I am on copper. It's 3 boosts. 1 for me, 2 for the drivers. But this rival gets ready to go. Big points. Big rewards. Come on. Perfect start. The little mental race start trick. We get bashed by the rival. And we are away and racing here in Baku for 7 laps of this street circuit. And Max Verstappen takes us into P7 and then moves back to P8 just to make me look a little bit stupid. But Verstappen now getting through into P7 where Charles Leclerc called himself stupid. We make it through safely. It is P5 and P12. Rival making the use of that brilliant pit pass, taking the ballast boosts. And they are currently running okay as well. Coming through, actually, as we manage to keep them at bay. So P6 and P11 is our opening lap result. So decent start. We've got Lando Norris ahead in that ever-improving McLaren. We've got Hamilton back in P11. So Verstappen now, best part to overtake is through this section. And as you can see, it's a hot knife through butter for Max. He is in to P3. And he's got the 2 leading cars ahead of him. So nicely into P3. Hamilton, remember, on the slower compound tyre at the moment with Fernando Alonso ahead. But hopefully for not much longer as the Ferrari of Sainz moves aside and we are into P10. Can't get ahead of Alonso. Verstappen pits. So we'll cut back down. We'll boost, see if we can keep Sainz behind. And looks like we can. We can get ahead of Alonso as well. So P11. And we kind of want to get past these cars so we don't get held up on the softs. P10. It's like I'm learning to count backwards. P9. And hopefully we might make it to P8. And P is a good job I can count backwards, folks. We're up to P7. Hamilton's push-in is going to conserve on the softs on this next stint. And already he moves himself into P4. So points are on the cards here. Some good points as well. As Hamilton pits. Verstappen carries on. Comes into P4 now and he'll be coming back for medium tyres. And we will just push this section here. Hamilton's going to come out behind our main man Kevin. It's always Kevin that we are always getting behind and holding us up. But today there will be no excuses. Safety car again. There he is in the wall. We've just seen it. We could potentially go softs here. I don't want to risk it too much, but let's do it. Soft tyres. We're going to have a lap under the safety car. We're going to lose not too much percentage. This is it. We're going to go and risk it for the biscuits, ladies and gentlemen. As Verstappen will come into the pits. Good points now. Could be on our way. Perez pits. Norris pits. And it's going to get pretty action-packed in this pit lane. As everybody now comes in. We'll take a little thumbnail for our fun in the pits. Come on, teams. Get him out ahead. Oh, team. Yes, you'll be getting an extra chocolate bar tomorrow for your snack for that nice, easy pit stop. So we should be good here to run 3 soft. 2 laps will be released. And looking at the cars ahead, hards and mediums, 2 to at least pit. So we should be pretty good. The field is stretched out enough at the moment, not for us to worry too much. And we are just then waiting to pull the trigger. Can we get 47? We're looking after as much tyre as we can. And we're going to have to look after a little bit of tyre, I think, and then go full at it on the very last lap. So down the straight, this safety car will lead us, and we'll be underway in about 10 seconds' time. 6th and 10th, with cars coming into the pit still. But get ready, because here we go. We are away. And there's a pit stop for Carlos Sainz. We've got Lando Norris ahead of us, but not anymore. It's almost like the race start boost has kicked back in. And we're already into P3 and P5. Make it P4, make it P2. We're on our way to Lewis Hamilton. In to the lead we go. And we're already into P3 on these soft tyres. I think the softs were right to choose. And now Hamilton is right up Hamilton's gearbox, as he looks to try and take 2nd position. We're not going to rush too much. We're going to watch our tyres, which are going to be absolutely fine. Knew the 2-stop on the, going to softs would work. And now we've got to push and make sure we secure that P2. And we have. We are into the lead. 1-2 for the boys in blue, as the WF1 are on a mission to get into the next round. And it's looking pretty good as we speak. Verstappen and Hamilton both absolutely tearing away from the field, and that is what we could have done with. We needed these points in the bag to boost us up, and it's going to be a decent vicious finish. Max Verstappen P1 with Lewis Hamilton in P2. Good rival matchup, P8 and P10 for the rival. We are taking points. Yes, we are taking points. Good start to our part 2 video. 47 points are in the bag at this Chinese GP. Where did I get Spanish from? We're coming to Spain shortly. Forgot to check the rival, but it's a good start. A very difficult matchup this time around. It's 107 difference as we head off to Barcelona and Spain. We finally get that right in the search for points. Now, a 4 medium is absolutely beautiful around this track, and it is the fastest lap track. So anyone running softs is going to find it difficult to get that lap in sometimes. P13 and P15, we shall start. Medium tyres. We're going to just use the cuppers anyway, because you never know what boost is going to be good next season. It may not be cupper. But as we go and fight Jeff number 3, hopefully he's not as good as Jeff 2 and 1. Here we go. Good start. Come on, boys. The rival goes for the school boost. Interesting top boost choice. And we've gone for 1 on the softs too. But can we get a good start? It has not been too bad. Rivals already moved themselves up to P2 and P4. We're not getting through the field too much at the moment. Just making it a little bit more difficult for us. Now we start motoring. We're going to cut Hamilton back down as well, because we need to create a gap between these 2 cars. But Hamilton is on a mission. It's P3 and P5 for us. And we are going to have to keep pushing Max Verstappen away from the field. Rival's going to push. We're going to let him go if he gets through. And we are going to drop back a little bit in this race. But that's no problem. We've just got to cruise now. And even if we go back to P10 with Hamilton, it's going to be fine. The rival on the soft tyres has absolutely bolted. But the 2-stop is naturally slow around this track. One thing to take into consideration as Verstappen tries to get into P3, but can't do it. For God's sake. It's another safety car. Another one. Another one. Another one. What is this? Look. And we've got a whole lap to do. Could we pit? I think we could. I think we will. Do we go to the hards? Do we go to the medium? That's going to be a small percentage loss for lap 4 with 4 then to go. I think we do. I think we do go on to the mediums and conserve. Just take points if need be. Everyone's going to come in. Surely the rival comes in as well as that safety car starts and we head into the pits. So we are about to get racing here back in Spain. It's school versus cupper. It's medium versus hard. It's better team score rival versus me. Who's going to win? So rival's gone hard, which is the interesting tyre choice then. We've lost 10%. So we are doing 5 laps on the mediums, but we are just going to have to see if we can get these mediums through. Now, these mediums are going to be a lot quicker than the hard tyres, as you can see already as we approach the rival. Rival has to put on the power to try and keep us at bay. That is what we want. We want to see if we can get through absolutely fine. Now, it's going to be tough to probably get 4 laps here, but we're going to try. We won't push too much, but we are going to be pretty quick. We probably should have gone for the hards, but we're going to be that much clear that it might not matter too much. We need 50% as we go across the line to make sure that we're on the basically 5 laps, kind of 4. If we're just short of 5, it's not going to be a problem. But I think we'll run out of tyres a little bit because we're only on 51% as we are at this corner here. So we're gonna lose out a little bit in this race. We have not got the tyres then. We have not got the tyres with Max Verstappen or Hamilton to scrape through with a 25% on the last lap. That's going to be the issue. Hamilton is closing on P3. The rival is pushing, but we are quite quick. We're going to conserve down because I don't care if the rival beats me here. The rival is expected to beat me, but I just want to survive on the tyres. We are well clear of 5, 6 and 7, and now tyre management is looking a little bit better as we are about to cross the line for both cars. Now, if hard tyres, we probably could have beat this rival, and their rival is going to come home, looks like, in a comfortable... Should we put him under a bit of pressure? Because we are probably going to take P4 and P5. Let's just try and take some points off him for a bit of fun, shall we? And then hope that our tyres will last. We have only got 10% tyres. Rival is going to have to push from here, though. We are holding on to tyres. I think we're going to be okay. We are going to be okay. Max Verstappen's going to come home in P2. P4 for Hamilton. I think that rival was in trouble if we pick the hard tyres. 1606 versus 1499. We'll take it because a 3-5, we still took points and a decent amount. Level 7, level 6 for the rival, and a very good car setup as well from Jeff. Off to race number 7 then. We have an Australian F1 club, and we're at Australia. Who could have thought it? Points again. That is what we need. Just the consistent 40 pluses to get through to the final round with only a couple of GPs left of this season. Where do we start? Mediums are strong round here. So are softs. Maybe a 1-stop better than a 2. I don't want to mismatch both of them. So I'm going to go Street Shark. I'm going to go Street Shark on the softs to get a really good start. I'm going to go Cuppa. And actually, let's change it up. Kawaii. Kawaii not. Give it our best shot. Good day, Bruce. Let's see what you got. I think it's a bot as well. Awkward. So we get a obviously flying start as we get held back and we are away and racing. P9, P14 as we get into the absolute train formation of cars ahead. And Hamilton is working his way up through the field into P5. The Hamilton evolved that we've seen around Brazil has managed to fly through, and he is currently on the back of Checo. Verstappen, it's always Kevin Magnussen. Have you ever noticed that? I say it every time. Kevin is always in our way. And Kevin is going to hold us up a little bit, but everyone is a little bit slow as we speak. What do we got? P12. Can we fly past Kevin this time? Yes, we can. Can we get Fernando? Oh, nearly. But Hamilton's up to P3. Verstappen's up to P10. This one-stop lap of attacking from Max Verstappen. Hamilton's out in P3 nicely. He'll be coming back for some soft to do the 3-3-2. We've got George Russell ahead, so we will just push him. See if we can get P9. And we can. Up to P9 with Daddy Boy, Money Boy, Stroll in front of us. as we try and close the gap. We'll push Hamilton. Verstappen's got an opening on the inside into turn 3 and takes it to P8. Carlos Sainz caught napping as we go into P7, and Lando Norris wondering what if we're in to P6. It's a brilliant kind of lap here from Verstappen, who's really transformed his race as we approach Max Verstappen out front, P1, into the pits. Verstappen could take a few positions. Remember, he's on a one-stop. So he'll come out ahead of Verstappen in P4. Hamilton's in P7. He's got Norris ahead of him. We do want to get past Norris, and we've done that quite easy. P6. Verstappen's got a push. He's got Charles Leclerc ahead of him. And already, he was all over the back of him there, looking for a move. He's not going to get a move. What about Hamilton on Verstappen? Oh, they go side by side. Just couldn't get the job done. Now to the outside. And Hamilton is up to P5. What tyres is Verstappen on? Mediums. Expect him to pit again. So Verstappen's in. Hamilton out front now in the lead. Verstappen's going to come out. Oh, he's got ahead of Kevin. There's a first for everything in F1 Clash. And getting ahead of Kevin Magnussen is one of them. Charles Leclerc's in the Ferrari ahead with Alonso ahead of him. And we just can't take both cars. Up to P9. Where is Hamilton? He's quite far, Hamilton. He's doing very strong as we go round the outside of Fernando. We have got 2 laps to go after this one and a pit stop, one more for Lewis Hamilton. Cars coming in the pits as well as we go round the outside of Checo, who's doing a good job at holding us up against when we try and chase down Max. Into turn 3, a good overtaking opportunity. Sees us get ahead. P4. That is what we needed. And we're right on the back now of Lewis Hamilton in P3. P2 should still pit as well. So a good 47 could be crucial here to our races. Can we dive up the inside of Hamilton? Yes, we can. Into P3. We have got to watch them tyres. You can see the Red Bull of Max Verstappen has just carried on. And Hamilton is out in P2. So Hamilton lies P2. Verstappen lies in P3. We've got to keep pushing this one. And surely he pits again. And he will. So we are going to be left, I believe, in the lead of this race. And a very nice 1-2 as it stands. Hamilton taking the lead as Max Verstappen pits. Here comes Verstappen, our Max Verstappen, into P2. Rivals out there in P11 and P16. This is going to be good for the points. Very good for the points. Much needed return. It's been a pretty solid 3 races, I think, so far as well in this final opening round video. And Hamilton flying along. He's going to take the win here. Exactly what we needed. As he rounds the final corners as the crowd go mad. Hamilton wins, with Max Verstappen taking P2 for the team as a WF1 back to the front, or as a W. Little cheeky rebrand. P1, P2, with the rival coming home in what looks to be P10, and rounding off as eventually they come into screen, it is going to be I mean, they're losing positions. Have they run out of tyres? No, just slow. P17. So, check it out, shall we? 1441 for the rival. Level 5 and level 8. And a decent car setup. 1 race to go. So the final race of this opening round, 1481 matchup, off to Saudi Arabia and Jeddah we go. Still a tough race. We've had great races so far in this second part. We've had 2 lots of 47 and we've had a 44, as we probably could have gone hard for that Spain race. P12 and P14. We're going to go hard. So we're going to go Street Shark for both of them and see what happens. Can we finish on a high? If only we had better parts for tomorrow, we could be in with some good point scoring chances. So we get underway then, and Verstappen taking the inside line. Now Hamilton moves to the outside, and he's going to take It's not a great start for Hamilton. It's actually a really good start for Max Verstappen, who has put himself into the top 10 already. Hamilton struggling to get past the Alpine and then the Ferrari ahead of him and slots in at currently P8 now. Can he get Carlos Sainz? Yes, he can. And he's made up a little bit of ground then to P7. Verstappen will cut down then. And there's a few cars out front that are absolutely bombing away now. So potential going to cost us points, but we're going to try and see what we have got. We push Verstappen out of the last corner to close that gap on Carlos Sainz, and we will also push him into the first corner and see if we can just make a move. Can we make a move as we try and go to the inside? No, we can't. We're going to keep pushing though, because we can use the middle stint as an opportunity to conserve. P7 for Hamilton. He's in a bit of traffic. Can he get through Fernando in that ever-wise Fox? He's up to P6. He doesn't get Alonso, and now he does. He's through into P5. Verstappen is there as well. Good start, P5, P9. Need some double stacking by rivals. That would be nice. And as we cut down to medium, we're going to pit for the first time. So Hamilton is into the pits. And it's a bit chaos as we pull in. And we've kind of just let our foot off the gas a little bit. We are out in P12. It'd be nice to get ahead of that Williams. Thank you. The game's listening to me. How about Perez? Will we get ahead of him, please, Hutch? Thank you very much. Nice into this first. This nice sweeping left-hander would be good. Thank you. Hey, maybe it works. Maybe it don't. Hamilton, P10. Slow off that exit. First, Norris, you're not supposed to be that fast at that point. As we now get payback. Nearly. Norris pitting. Hamilton, P10. Going to be hard tyres later on in this race as we try and make a move past the Mercedes. And it's going to be hard tyres. As we get blocked by Verstappen, we are in P5. Make that P6. This is going to be tough. Get past Perez. Maybe we needed more overtaking on the wagon. Now we finally get through. And we get through on the attack. We're going to cut down. We've got to get some power unit back for our cars. Rivals in P10. Hamilton is up to P5 though. And there's at least one. I mean, there's a big gap to Max Verstappen out front. We are not going to close him at all. Depends what tyres they go though. If he goes to softs or mediums, he's going to have to do an extra lap though. That's the advantage. Max Verstappen goes to hards. Verstappen carries on. We'll probably go mediums here. Because I think we'll just coast these soft tyres, gain the power unit. Hamilton is out, but it's only get past that Magnussen. Why is it always Magnussen? Again, out of 24 drivers on this grid, it's always Kevin Magnussen, who we are always behind. And he's going to hold us up massively here. Always Kevin. Always. Ever since we created that soundboard of going, Kevin, he's always been in the way. Trust me. Verstappen's in. Kevin is finally in. Thank you. Do one, Kevin. We're up to P7 though. Verstappen's going to come back out on the mediums with an attack now. So can we get more points? We've got 5, 4 and 3rd all together down the road. Here is 5 of George Russell. And we are ahead. 5 was next to 4 and 3rd. Not anymore. They've coasted off. There they are, 3rd and 4th, 1st and 2nd. Anyone for pitting? First will, Lando Norris, but I don't think we've got the gap. It's only 10.7 seconds. We can do pretty much a full push. Hamilton is holding people up, though, as we hit the last corner and we conserve down the straight. We need to hold on to this position. There is Norris. Can we squeak past Norris? Yes, we can. P6. Can we get any higher with Verstappen? I don't personally think so. We need to get Hamilton away from that Ferrari and McLaren, though. So we conserve. We close up now with Verstappen. We've got Carlos Sainz behind us. And as we go, we will now push off the corners. Norris is going to be bang there. Verstappen's going to be bang there. Can Verstappen take third? No, he can't. Can Hamilton keep hold of P6? Well, we're going to try. As he comes off, he pushes towards the line. It's going to be P4 and P6 to finish. We do get 40 points, though. That's the main thing. A tricky little race. Didn't really help with the start too much, but we can move on from it. So there you go. 40 points in the final race here at Jeddah. 1499 versus 1481. Level 5, and a good car setup, making it a little bit tougher. So, let's take a look how that suits us. Champion Chinese Grand Prix for the opening round is complete. We have done our very best, and we scored 346 points. Now, I've really got to hope that that is going to be good enough for a pass into the final round. A lot of racing to do, as you can see. We're not even halfway through yet. And I've really got to hope that that is going to be good enough. Hopefully, we'll see you tomorrow for the final round from the AZW F1 free-to-play account.